Hi everyone! Tonight the video will be a infinity scarf. Sorry. First we will start with casting our machine with some waste yarn. We go in front and the back for the first row. Then we will put the yarn in the yarn feeder and continue to crank till we make sure the yarn go over the white needle. So close the yarn feeder and crank. We will do 5 waste yarn, 5 rows of waste yarn. And by the way, thank you for the 8,700 subscribers, woohoo, on my channel. That's almost like a Christmas gift before Christmas. Thank you. So I continue. I will cut the yarn at 5 rows and will add my working yarn project, put my counter to 0 and crank. I will cut a little bit of the video. Don't forget to always pull your yarn just like you see. It's remove some tension on your needle and it will help you from keeping you from drop stitch during your project. It helps a lot. So we'll crank like this and you will see it's gonna be fast. And I will show you at least one color change. Cut your yarn, bring the other yarn, put it close to the other one, hold it in between your finger to make sure it's grabbed by the needle, and then you attach it with double knot. I did that with all my scrap yarn. That's why I didn't show like every color change, because it would be a long video if I did that. So every time you have your project to touch the table, you turn it like a turtleneck in the middle like this to prevent drop stitch. So when you reach the number of row that you want, I did 335 for this one. You cut your yarn, bring back your waste yarn, another one, put it close to the working yarn project, hold it in your finger like this, make sure the needle grab it, and then you crank, and you don't attach both together because you have to remove the waste yarn after. So I will crank for 5 rows like this. And when I will get my 5 rows, I will cut my pink yarn. And the pink yarn will help my project to be released from the machine. I cut it right now. And then crank. Without a wool needle in the yarn feeder, it removes itself like this. The big tube is gone, all of the machine. So now it's time to add some tail, because I use scrap yarn and I don't want the darker yarn to appear on the other side in the white example. So I will add all the little tail, and don't go too fast to advance the video, because I will cut it. I will not show you all the adding, because it took me like an hour to do that. But if you do your infinity scarf with one color, you will not have to do that. It's only if you're like me and it's the middle of the pandemic time here and we don't have a lot of yarn in our store. So I'm nice when I say not a lot, because there's none. All shelves are empty at the Walmart close to my place. So I cut it like this and I go on the diagonal, and now when it's like a little rows like this, I will go like this with the tip of my needle. I would just go and grab all the stitches like this and bring the blue in the blue and the white in the white. Not the white. What do you do? the blue, listen to me. So we'll go with the blue and the blue and repeat that with the white here. I don't think you will see it good, but you have to go on the diagonal and grab all the stitches, so that way when you turn the other side you won't see it. It's a little trick of knitting, like this, and you pull, and I assure you when I will turn it you won't see it. So I finished hiding all the little tail. Time to turn it the good side. Stretch, 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 very important. I pass all the little balls of yarn that I already used on my machine, so I know exactly that it's gonna work. And for this part, I will suggest you to take a big crochet if you're like me and you crochet too tight, because you don't want it to be tight. It's very important to be loose. So with my crochet number 6, I will go and grab stitch by stitch like this with a little bit of yarn and grab all the stitches one by one like this. And I will do that to the other end of this tube too, to remove the waste yarn. That's why I do that. If you don't want to do a waste yarn, you could use like a lifeline. It will work too. So I will do that. Almost finished. Almost at the end. Grab my stitches and I don't know how to say it, that stitch, so you know me, I never know the name of the stitch, but I still doing it. At least I'm able to. Well, so I continue. Almost there. And make sure you don't go too tight. Keep it very loose, your yarn and your crochet. You see, I don't put any tension on my finger. I'm just holding it. That's it. Because if you go tight, it's gonna be create a small circle. It won't work with the technique I would like to share with you after, when it's gonna be the time to join both hands together. Here I have like a drop stitch, but I will pick it up like this and we'll fix it now. There. And at the end, I go like this, cut the yarn, make sure it's stretch a little bit, and close it with the last one. Yeah. There. Now it's time to remove the waste yarn. To remove the waste yarn, you just pull on the first row and then it would release it. The first row is very important. When you remove the first row, everything's possible. So almost finished, and then you just pull on it, and I crochet around it so it keep all my stitches together. A little split yarn. Now it's time to put it together, and to put it together, it's the fake crafting method. It's easy way that I found that it's easy to understand by right-handed and left-handed people that is on this channel. I have a lot of left-handed, and sometimes they have problem to follow because it's not the same thing for them to do the work with the opposite hand. So this method will be easy for them too. The only thing you have to do is to grab the V from one side and do the other side the same thing. Make sure you grab one stitch like a V. This one was very wide and I bring it together. I don't see it correctly right now, but I will go with more light in a couple of seconds, don't worry. But you could already seen what kind of work it's gonna do, so that's better with the light. So you don't pull too tight on your yarn, and I use like a meter of yarn with my wool needle to close this. So I will go on the top, on the bottom, on the top, on the bottom. Always do the same thing. Grab the stitches. Oh, I did a mistake here. I'll remove it and start over. See, I do mistake too, huh? There. Come back with my yarn needle, grab the stitches, and turn my work. Almost done. I'm happy that you're still with me. The video is not long. I cut it till I get 15 minutes. Hope it's gonna be easier and not too long for everybody. And if you want to have like the same kind of pattern that I have, I start with 15 on one cutter and then switch to 20 and then 2, 15, 20 and then 2, and I did that all the way. So it's give you an idea how to get that kind of pattern with your scrap yarn. But if you do it like with regular yarn, you'll be okay to do like the 335 rows to do your infinity scarf. Almost finish. And sometimes like at the end it's a little bit tricky, because when you remove it from the machine sometimes it's not that neat. But I will try to figure it out. Fix it. I will grab a little bit higher my stitches and hide it like this. There. Because the stitches are not perfect. But it's gonna be okay, don't worry. Another one to grab. There. So that's the easy way that I found to show you on this channel for now. I know it's not the regular crafting. Some people may be upset right now because it's not the real grafting, but this is the easiest one that I could find before Christmas to give you guys a chance to do some infinite scarf for your Christmas gift. So hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you get a very, very nice Christmas with people you love. And I know it's not an easy time of this year's for some of you guys, so try to keep yourself busy with yarn and try to take contact with people that you be a long time ago friend and you want them to know that you're still alive. It's a good time of the year. So I wish you all a big and happy Christmas and a happy new year too, and hope 2021 will be better than 2020. So ciao ciao, see you later for the next video that will come soon. Hope you enjoy it and never give up.